Hello everyone, this is Corsair, one of the wellness professionals here at Elgin Community College. And today I'm going to talk about tips to help you be successful during this academic year. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video of how to be successful coming back to school after COVID. So the first thing that can help you be successful, or the first tip I should say, is to have a set sleep schedule. So during COVID, I'm pretty sure a lot of us, me myself included, didn't really have a set sleep schedule. Study has shown that your body needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So making sure we get that all at once and not breaking it up will be helpful to our bodies. Because if we get too little sleep, we're gonna be tired, right? We're not gonna be focused. We can get irritated over the smallest of things, as well as a lot of other negative health effects on our body. If we get too much sleep, right, it feels like our body's an overcharged battery, right? We're gonna feel sluggish, we're gonna feel drained even a little bit, and basically we aren't gonna be able to comprehend and process things, and we'll even feel more tired also, right? I don't really get that, but that's generally what happens. So make sure you set that 7 to 9 hour sleep schedule. Second thing, right, thing number 2, set a schedule for yourself, right, or get in a routine. So what that will do is it will help you make sure that you're on top of things, help make sure that you're taking care of everything, right, you're on track with doing things, because during COVID, I'm pretty sure we didn't have a schedule or have a routine. We just took things one day at a time and ultimately did things whenever it was convenient for us to do it, especially with the COVID regulations that were out. So now that COVID regulations are lessening up, it is a perfect time to set up that routine or schedule for yourself. Because again, now that you're in school, right, or hopefully back in school, or even if you're still doing it online, right, you need to set that routine to make sure that you're hitting everything that you need to during that day. You can get as specific or as general as you want with it, right? Specific as planning every 15 minutes, or as general as saying, okay, for an hour, I'm gonna give myself an hour to do this, or I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes to do that. Depending on what that is or what works for you, make sure you set that schedule or have that routine. Tip number 3, break up your study time. So I always have a lot of students come in to see me that are really stressed out and overwhelmed because of school, obviously. And one of the things we really look at is, how long do you study? And I usually get 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, all in the same time. And I always tell them, that is too long to study. You gotta break that up because your brain can get overworked as well. If you're studying for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna short circuit your brain and it's not gonna retain that information. So make sure you break that up into at least 20 to 30 minute study times and take some time to do something else and come back and study, because that'll give your brain a chance to store and retain that information in both your short-term and your long-term memory. So make sure you break up your study times. And that gets into number 4. Make sure you take time for yourself. It cannot be all work, right? Because if it is all work, you're gonna get stressed out, you're gonna get overwhelmed, you're gonna get burnt out. So make sure you do things for yourself, whether that's self-care, whether that's reading a book, going out to exercise, walking outside, watching that YouTube show, watching that Netflix documentary, or what have you, whatever it is that you find peaceful and relaxing that's positive and beneficial to you, make sure you do that, because your body can get overwhelmed and overworked as well, not just your brain. So you gotta make sure your body is de-stressed as well. So make sure you take time for yourself. Number 5, make sure you utilize office hours, right? That is what the teacher set aside for you to come to talk to them about the classes, quizzes, tests, or what have you. Utilize those office hours. A lot of times I have students come in and say, oh, I don't utilize office hours. Those are the hours they need to get their stuff done, which I say that is 100% false. They set aside office hours for you to come and visit them and talk to them about things that are going on in class. So make sure you utilize those office hours. And I'm also sure that the teachers will set aside extra time if needed to assist you as well if those office hour times do not work for you. So make sure, I guess, yes, stay in contact with the teacher, but also utilize those office hours. They are there to help you. Number 6, set up some semester goals. This is very important because a lot of people lose motivation as the semester goes on. And usually they ask themselves, why am I doing this? If you set up those semester goals, you're able to see the progress that you're making towards it as the semester moves on. So that way it'll help you stay more motivated, it'll help you keep track of where you are, and it'll help you gauge where you want to be when that semester ends, with that goal completed. So make sure to set up that semester goal and make sure those goals are realistic also, right? Now, I want to get $1 billion by the end of the semester, but make sure you set up those semester goals, whether that's making sure you do your homework every week, making sure you study at least 2 to 3 hours broken up, right, for quizzes and tests over a span of 3 or 4 days, or whatever goals that you guys have. Make sure you set up those goals. The last one I'll definitely say is get involved, right? Because during the pandemic, we were really separated from each other. And one thing I always tell people is that we're humans, we're social creatures. We need that social interaction. So make sure you get involved in all the different campus resources, as well as all the different activities that ECC is throwing, as well as all the different clubs and organizations that are happening at campus. Great place to start is definitely at Student Life, right? Definitely check them out. They're in B Wing, and they will be able to connect you to the different clubs, organizations, as well as tell you more about how to get involved at ECC. So make sure you get involved, even if it's something big or small. Get involved, make those connections, make those social interactions to help yourself. All right, if you made it to this point of the video, then that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching. And again, if you guys are looking to schedule a session, you can schedule it either over the phone at 847-214-7390, through our email at studentwellness@elgin.edu, or online through AccessECC. All right, thank you guys very much. I'm Corsair Mac, and I will see you guys next time.